Joey Merlino strikes again. The now famous YouTuber and podcast host has now made comments about another victim. Now, this time is against Hollywood legendary actor Robert De Niro. Previously, Joey Merlino has no problem making comments about public figures he does not like, including mobsters such as Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, Michael Franzese, which he likes to label them as rats because of their cooperation with law enforcement, and anyone who was friends or associates of either one of these parties, he will rebuke them. For example, he's already criticized actor Chazz Palminteri. Chazz Palminteri, as we described in previous videos, that he is friends with Michael Franzese. Michael Franzese and Chazz Palminteri have their own podcasts, one for each that bears their name, and their own podcast they have together called The Wise and the Wise Guy. Therefore, Chazz Palminteri has fallen victimhood to Joey Merlino's comment, such as calling him a rat since he's associated with them. Even though Chazz Palminteri is not involved with any mafia, Cosa Nostra whatsoever, he has been friends with Michael Franzese, and therefore he has been a target against Merlino. Now, this time he's approaching another actor, and that is Robert De Niro, which we will talk about right now. As you can see on this Reddit website, many people are also concerned why would Joey Merlino have problems with the actor. Many people are speculating, as you can see, is because of their political views. For instance, Robert De Niro has been publicly vocal about not being a Trump supporter, and he's also made this video before Donald Trump had won his election in the year of the 2016 election, as you can see here.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
So as you can see, before Donald Trump became president of the United States, Robert De Niro has already rebuked him publicly and has no problem doing so. And as a result of that, Joey Merlino himself has made similar comments with Robert De Niro, as you can see here.
You want to challenge to a celebrity boxing match, man?
De Niro, I like to slap.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah.
I like to give him a fucking slap.
Yeah.
Honestly, you got hands, man.
No, I can fight.
3 1-minute rounds, man.
Now, as you saw in the video, Robert De Niro said he would like to punch Donald Trump in the face, and then Joey Merlino wants to slap Robert De Niro. If you want to see the full video, you would have to go on Joey Merlino's podcast and subscribe to his Patreon to get the full extent of the video. We can only show you to what he has allowed publicly on these shorts. Because if you watch the YouTube video, you can see that the video has been criticized. It is episode 30 about Joey Merlino making comments about Robert De Niro. On that episode, you can see the comment section below shows that people thought it was clickbait. Also, he doesn't mention De Niro at all in that video, but it does have a guest, and there's more content to be seen if you subscribe to the Patreon channel. Joey Merlino has been very vocal about being a Donald Trump supporter, and because of him being a convicted felon, he cannot vote for Donald Trump, but he's been very vocal about any attacks on Trump and showed his full support in this regard, and therefore he's made content in support of his position.
Well, speaking of Biden, in 2023, you actually had a photograph with Trump.
Yeah. Well, they said I fixed the election. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, they said I made Biden win in Philly. I made $3 million. It was in some paper in Buffalo. Said I made $3 million and I made Biden win. Biden. I don't even like Biden. I won't vote. I can't even vote anyway, but I love Trump. I'm a Trump guy.
There was an article in the Philly Inquirer that basically said with that picture with Trump, he said Trump didn't know who you were.
He didn't. The guy took pictures with 400 people. Listen, he's a gentleman. He takes pictures with everybody. Anybody went up there and took a picture with. And I went up there and took a picture with him. And it became a big thing.
Joey Merlino had released his first episode called Joey Merlino Talks Donald Trump Election Fraud and NFL Gambling on September 13th, 2023, where you can see him and the former president of the United States posing together for a picture. However, that photo was circulating online and went so viral that it created many false rumors about President Trump knowing Merlino's past criminal history. However, many people thought Joey Merlino fixed the election in support of Joe Biden in the 2016 election, which Merlino in the first episode vehemently condemns that type of remark and has been very vocal about his feelings and his support for Donald Trump. He passionately despises Joe Biden and has been very vocal for supporting the former president of the United States and hope he wins the election for this year in the year of 2024. Joey Merlino strikes again. This time, his next target is Hollywood actor Bradley Cooper. Reputed mob boss Joey Merlino has his own podcast, The Skinny with Joey Merlino, as you can check it out on his YouTube page, which we'll have in a link in the description. Joey Merlino is no stranger to criticizing any public figures, especially when it comes to mob informants such as Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, Michael Franzese, Phil Leonetti, and much more, regardless if you may think they're informants or not, but either way, they have cooperated with the government, in which he likes to label them as rats. He's also no stranger to criticizing any Hollywood actors, such as Chazz Palminteri, Robert De Niro, and now Bradley Cooper. You can check out the full episode on the Skinny podcast hosted by Joey Merlino and his co-host Little Snuff. It is specifically on episode 36. The episode starts with him talking about sports from Philadelphia, specifically the 76ers and much more teams aligned with the Philadelphia teams. Joey Merlino likes to talk about sports gambling and much more on his podcast, but primarily he will talk about mob stories and split up with the sports at the very beginning of the show. Meanwhile, while he's going over the teams that he has his bets on or who's going to win, he also has certain criticism that he has specifically towards Bradley Cooper. Merlino and Snuff talk about how certain celebrities are not known for tipping their waitresses, especially after they do a hard work of labor and services. We will show you a clip of their own words so you can see the full context of their criticism of Bradley Cooper and other Hollywood elites, celebrities, and so forth.
Disappeared for 2 games, then he came on strong the last game. We were at every game.
Every game.
Crowd was insane. There was a lot of celebrities in the building. I don't think there was a bigger celebrity than you there because it was insane. Everywhere we walked,
good.
They loved us.
But you went to the what was the
me and Wags went to game 6.
Yeah, I didn't go to that. I came back. I came back to Florida. But the girl was telling us, Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby was telling. Yeah.
You know these people are fucking sick.
I can't believe
Here's
it.
a working girl. She
Trying
works
to
on
pay
tips.
her bills. She works on tips.
Fucking tips. They bring you food. You're sitting in a fucking chair.
Yeah.
They bring you whatever you want, a drink, a water, a beer,
And they
hot
run around,
dog.
these girls run around every game
On
for
their
these
feet.
people. Yeah.
Bradley Cooper was there, that cheap motherfucker.
Everybody was there.
Who else? There was three.
You got who I seen there was Bohm. Who else was there? Brandon Marsh. I mean, every celebrity was there. There was a ton of
The
celebrities
girl
there.
said the 3 of them think give her
Not
a
a
dollar
dollar.
tip. How the f you don't give the girl a dollar tip?
Yeah,
and you're a millionaire.
You're a millionaire. You got to tip. If you're watching this, you got to always support your waitresses, waiters,
Always.
bartenders, bar back, busboys. This is how these people make a living. Especially you got their kind of money.
Multi-millionaires.
This is why
I gave the f***ing girl 100.
Yeah, this is why we'll never have money.
No,
Because the
I'd
way
rather
we
be
tip.
dead than live like them.
Can't.
No,
I
it's
mean-
fucking nuts.
And especially when you go down to a stadium and it's packed and you see the girls, there's got to be 12 of these girls.
Yeah, they
running
work hard, back and forth.
getting you whatever you want. You got a tip.
They
And-
think because they're a movie star.
And I hope if this reaches them that they send these girls a tip because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, they ain't gonna send nothing to
Yeah.
their
I
cheap
mean-
motherfuckers.
Crazy. But
There you have it. For those who are not familiar with Bradley Cooper is an American actor, and he is a very accomplished actor among the entertainment industry. In fact, he is also a Grammy Award winner. He's won 2 Grammy Awards and has been nominated for an Academy Award, 6 Golden Globes, and a Tony Award. One of his most critical and successful movies was the movie The Silver Linings Playbook, starring him and Jennifer Lawrence. The movie came out in 2012. It was well received, and Jennifer Lawrence had won an Academy Award for Best Actress. The film was nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Also starring in that film was Merlino's nemesis, Robert De Niro, who he has criticized before, as we show you here in this clip.
You want to challenge to a celebrity boxing match, man?
De Niro, I like to slap. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
I like to give him a fucking slap.
Yeah.
Honestly, you got hands, man.
No, I can fight.
3 1-minute rounds.
Merlino is no stranger to criticizing Hollywood actors, especially someone like De Niro, most likely because due to his views on President Trump.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
Robert De Niro has been no stranger to criticizing Trump publicly, and Merlino is a Trump supporter. De Niro, in the film The Silver Linings Playbook, plays Bradley Cooper's character's father. Therefore, you could tell Merlino has no kind words to say about either one of them. He's criticized Bradley Cooper for being cheap, for not supporting any waiter services. We can only go by his word of account, since Bradley Cooper has not responded to Merlino's comment, and there has not been no videos showing about Cooper's behavior towards any serving staff. The 2012 film Silver Linings Playbook was filmed in Philadelphia, Joey Merlino's hometown, and Bradley Cooper also grew up in the Philadelphia outskirts, Abington Township. So Bradley Cooper does have familiarity with the city of Philadelphia's territory and does go to Philadelphia games just like Merlino. However, they have never crossed paths that we have seen on any photos or videos. Maybe one day they will cross paths. Hopefully no tensions will arise as a result of this. But as you can hear, Little Snuff and Merlino want to get their point straight across that regardless if it's no Hollywood actors or if you're very wealthy, at least tip customer service providers like waiters or waitresses, especially if they work during long labor hours. So far, all the other criticisms that Merlino has towards Chazz Palminteri, De Niro, and Bradley Cooper has not been responded publicly. Do you ever think they will respond publicly, or do you believe it's not even worth it? We would like to hear what you think. Please let us know what you think down below, and we hope you enjoy more of our content. Joey Merlino strikes again. This time his target is on actor Chazz Palminteri. Reputed mob boss of Philadelphia, Joey Merlino, has said on his podcast this to Chazz Palminteri.
Picking up for him.
Absolutely. And talking about New York, I've been getting a lot of DMs that people are asking me, what are your thoughts and feelings about Chazz Palminteri?
He's another piece of shit. He's another guy. He wants to play a tough guy. He goes out, he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's on every rat show. He had Franchese, everybody on his show. He loves him too.
Yeah.
That might be his new father. Franchese don't know who the fuck his father is.
So he might
the
pick
guy
him.
Sonny ain't his father.
Yeah.
So maybe Chaz is your father.
Maybe.
Who the fuck knows?
But you want to be a tough guy, and you want to play that.
You want to play the part, and you walk in a restaurant, you think you're tough. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Call him.
So but
Don't
listen.
come to my restaurant.
No, they'll get thrown
You'll
out
get thrown right the
immediately.
fuck out.
The best part about it, all these guys on YouTube now, They're all leaving YouTube. They want to talk about us going to Patreon. They get no views on it, so they're leaving. That's how bad their shows are.
Listen, if they don't talk about us, nobody watched it.
If they don't talk about you, Joe, they have no content.
Nobody's going to watch it.
For those who don't know who Chazz Palminteri is, Chazz Palminteri is an Academy-nominated actor for Best Supporting Actor in the movie The Usual Suspects. He's also primarily known for starring and being the writer of the film A Bronx Tale, which also starred the director Robert De Niro and is considered a 1993 classic. Chazz Palminteri has also starred in many other films, including Legend, portraying the Godfather Angelo Bruno. And this film is about the rise and the fall of the Cray twin brothers, Ronald and Reginald, who were a part of the organized crime figures in London. Palminteri has also starred in other television shows, including Kojak and The Godfather of Harlem. He's even played in a movie called In the Mix, which stars Usher Raymond, the very famous R&B singer that y'all may have recognized of the recent Super Bowl halftime show. Palminteri has made a name for himself throughout many different programs throughout the industry throughout decades. If you want to see more details, you can always go on to Joey Merlino's podcast, The Skinny with Joey Merlino. Chazz Palminteri has not commented on Joey Merlino's remarks against him. If you want to hear more on Chazz Palminteri, he has 2 podcast shows. One, The Chazz Palminteri Show, and The Wise and the Wise Guy. The Wise and the Wise Guy is also not only includes the host Chazz Palminteri and his associate Michael Franzese. Michael Franzese was a cop regime in the Colombo crime family. Joey Merlino has made it publicly known that he has problems with Michael Franzese. Since Michael Franzese has cooperated with the government, Merlino has called him a rat, along with other crime family members such as Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano. Despite Michael Franzese's claim that he has not put anybody in prison, Merlino still will label him as a rat because of his cooperation with law enforcement. Many people suspect the reason why Chazz Palminteri has been a victim of Merlino's comments is because Chazz Palminteri has a friendship with Michael Franzese. One can only tell, but Joey Merlino has already made it known public that he despises rats. He's even said this on Vlad TV, on Vlad TV's show on YouTube. You can check out that full video in the description below. Merlino has made it the first thing he wanted to discuss was not about the mafia, but only the rats, in which he has called out several of his adversaries, including Philip Crazy Phil Leonetti, Michael Franzese, and Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano. Speaking of also Merlino's comments, Merlino has also made comments about Michael Franzese several times on his podcast and Vlad TV.
You're a rat. You know you're a rat. Like same thing with Sammy the Bull. Listen, do me a favor, all you rat motherfuckers. Do not invite me on your show. Don't even, you're insulting me. I wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. Leave my name out of your mouth and go about your own business. Use all. I'm done with this.
When you look at, for example, Sammy the Bull,
Right.
he admitted to killing 19 people.
Right.
You know, in terms of his involvement in 19 murders, one of which is actually his brother-in-law.
How about the kid, the 16-year-old? You don't talk about that. The 16-year-old innocent kid.
He ended up getting 5 years because for his, you know, he cooperated against a bunch of mafia bosses. I mean, he was going on a tour of taking the stand whenever they wanted to in order to achieve that. What's your take on it?
Well, you got 5 years. They killed 18 people. You do the math. That's, what do you get? 3 months of murder. You get more for drunk driving. Right? You get more for drunk driving, 3 months. 3 months of murder you got. That's like taking Bin Laden to get his underlings. Would they give Bin Laden a deal? He went and told all people, I mean, listen, they all got the same Franchise, Sammy the Bull, I don't even know, Sakali, whatever. They're all, that fat kid, Ruggiero, whatever the f his name, he said they changed their life. That's what they say. Yeah, they changed their life when the fucking handcuffs went on them. Let me ask you a question. If Sammy the Bull and all them, whatever the names are, Francesi, all these rats never got locked up, where would they be right now? You tell me.
I'm not sure. Probably doing the same thing they were doing
Yes,
before they got
Philly and
locked up.
Eddie. Yeah, Philly and Eddie. His mother used to love it when they called him. They used to write in the paper, Phil Crazy Philly and Eddie. She loved it. He would be in Atlantic City. Sammy the Bull be on Mulberry Street. Francesi, now he found God. They all found God. You didn't find, when you were robbing the government out of gas money, you didn't find God. You didn't go to church and give them no money. You were a tough guy walking around New York. So they didn't change. The handcuffs changed them when they got locked up. That's the bottom line. They could say whatever they want just to try to justify it. This guy said this. This guy was going to kill me. This guy didn't give my wife. Ralph used to say, I went to jail. They didn't give me no money. They all got to say, there's no excuse. They were going to jail. If Ralph didn't go to jail, if he didn't get locked up, he'd be walking around like Hitler.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've interviewed, easily over 100 people that have cooperated for various reasons. And it's always like, I would have gone to jail and done 500 years until I heard the tape of John Gotti saying that he's going to turn on me. And then at that point, I cooperated against everyone. And it's like, well, you didn't just cooperate against Gotti, you cooperated against all these other people that didn't say anything about you. And it's like, well, but it's not just me. I was just one of many, and so forth. There's always a great excuse to cooperate. It's always, I would have done it except that this one thing, and that made me go completely in the opposite direction.
You're 100% right. Listen, they can say everything they want, money, all this, that. The main thing is when them handcuffs went on them, when they got indicted, that was it. They were telling. If they didn't get indicted, they still be out right now. They'd be wherever they still be doing what they were doing. So it's all shit when they say, I changed my life. You didn't change your life. The handcuffs changed your life. I'm the same guy. I got indicted 5 times. Nothing changed my life. I'm the same guy. That's it.
Merlino has also made statements about Michael Franzese's father, Sonny Franzese. There have been many reports and speculations on who Michael Franzese's biological father is. In fact, Michael Franzese has stated that he'll never take a DNA test to prove that Sonny Franzese is his biological father. He believes that the man who raised him was the father that he was born to. So therefore, he's been a target of the biological shaming about what the reports of his biological heritage. Once again, Chazz Palminteri has not commented on Merlino's comments. However, many people are expressing their views and opinions online. You can also check out Lee Cole III's podcast with James Proctor, which we show up on the screen and in the description. And you can also put your feedback on the comments. Do you believe Merlino's comments were necessary, or you believe this is just Joey Merlino being Joey Merlino? We would like to hear your feedback. Please let us know in the comments below what you think we should talk about next. Also, if you want to subscribe to Michael Franzese's channel, Chazz Palminteri's channel, we'll have all that linked in the descriptions below. Until then, please enjoy more of our content, and we hope you see you soon.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.